Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is going to be this wooden model, owlclock. It's from ROKR brand. Usually I do the U-Gears models, but this is the same concept. Has the wooden pieces lasered out, and you just got to put them together and everything. So this is the first time of me trying this brand. We'll go through it together, but we'll see how it goes. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please like and subscribe so I get more content out. And I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of our owl clock wooden model. So it hasn't been too bad so far. We're just kind of putting the gears together. Like I mentioned before, I'm not really going to film pushing out the pieces or sanding or waxing any pieces that need it, putting wax on the gears or anything, just because it just takes a lot of time, and I just don't want to take up your time by doing that or anything. So all that's been done. Also, there was another step to make another one of these templates, but I think it's just a little deeper. So I went ahead and put that one together. It's put together exactly like the other one was that we've been using. So with that, we will continue on. So, say 13. So yeah, this one's definitely been interesting to put together, just as a different company. I mean, so far I haven't really noticed anything bad, there are definitely some differences between this company, ROKR, and the U-Gears line that I usually deal with, but I mean, just some minor differences. But other than that, I haven't really seen or noticed anything bad about one or the other. So I may look at trying to make some of their other models and see. And once I build an actual get into a U-Gears model, then I will definitely talk about the differences between the two. I mean, it's just minor, but it's just your preference on, what comes with each model, the instructions, and everything like that. So, okay. Arrows on the side. You just got to be careful pushing this in, because you don't want to just push on one side. You want to be able to push it down all the way, or just don't push on one side, because then it'll get a little angled, a little crooked and everything, and you may actually break a piece off. Get this piece on. Just kind of pressing it down just to make sure it's down all the way. You just got to make sure you don't press against this right here as you're pressing down, because you don't want to break the gear or anything. Since it's so wide out, it's a chance that it could break off and everything. Okay, I actually did forget to, I want you to wax this little piece right here. So, but this is real quick. Just kind of wax it. And it doesn't hurt to put a little extra wax on as you're doing it. It just means it'll be a little bit more smoother later on, and maybe last a little bit longer. But just trying to get all that done. Okay, so now B11. And these small little pegs, you definitely gotta make sure you're putting them in the correct way. Looks like so put something like this. A little curvature here on the push it in so it's nice and snug, sticks out a little bit. Then you got the B12s. Got the curves on the outside. Curves on the inside. Okay. Just making sure. You know, these are a little curved on the one side, so I just want them all on the outside part. And just go where they're pushed down all the way. And then B3. This goes right on top of it. You just gotta line each piece up. Now they're gonna have their own little way of getting in, so you just gotta move it around till you get it situated. And they don't want to cooperate, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what we got here. Just gotta work at it till. There we go. Get them all on. And then push it down. Just making sure that it's flush all the way down. Okay, now looks like okay, so here you got this, and then it looks like gotcha. So you line it up like so, and pushing it in all the way, and then get it this other piece on the same direction, and then you're gonna push that in all, make sure it's flush, and then you're gonna use this piece and go the opposite direction, and then they're gonna interlock to kind of seal these two end pieces on, just like that. Okay, I got that piece done. So now I'm gonna do this again. So yeah, it's definitely longer than what the other template was. As you can see, the risers are a little higher, so you're getting greater distance in between here and the end. So, but it looks like this is the only step that you're using this for. Okay, so from this, no, okay, that was right, this side. Push that in. we'll do like we did before, where we press these down. Sorry about that. So I'm playing with my mic string and decided to, hey, we're gonna have some fun with it. And now we'll just keep that on. Might be easier just to keep the template underneath it while you're pushing it down, just so you don't have to worry about it loosening up or anything like that. So, and probably, yeah, use the end piece here. So looks like it's still good. Okay, just making sure again. It's, yep, okay. So now, let's see here. Don't know if it matters which way this goes. But I'm using this as a guide again. Put at least one down to hold it in. The little washers are, looks like you're using to hold the pieces together. Hold the pieces together, and then looks like T1. Well, that one's down the bottom. You're using the other template here. Pushing it down to make sure that the one side fits the long end and the shorter side fits into there. Make sure. And that's what these tools are good, just to make sure that they are the right distance and everything. So all right. I've already got out the pieces out. No waxing this time, no gears or anything, but just sanded everything off. So we're just starting with putting this on. And making sure it's the right, yep. Okay. And then yep, okay. So with this, we've got D6 going. It seems like we're doing the same steps with all the gears and everything, so they probably did that to make it simple, putting everything together. So just like with the other one, you just want to make sure the curve is on the outside. And then put this piece on, just make sure everything lines up right. If you gotta work on one side and then there we go. To get it to push down, so be it. Okay. And then dropping this down to that. And put into, where's my one? Making sure this doesn't go anywhere. So there's one. All the way down, and then, yep, the other one's going right down on top of it. Okay. And just making sure this is still, nope. Got pushed up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. See, that got pushed up, so just pushing those down to make sure. By a little bit. I'll put my fingers on top of these washers, see if they'll stay in place as I'm pushing this. Because it's going through 2 washers, so I probably won't be able to do that. I mean, it's not off by much, but I really don't want to. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, yep. Yep, okay. Okay, so that is done. That is done. Okay, so for this, put one here. Here and make sure my head's not in the way. This is where if it's a little tight, you can always sand it a little bit to get it to fit. You just don't want to sand it too much, then it'll be too loose. So now, looks like, yep, same, just putting these pieces on, just making sure they are good, solid, that they're flush. Okay. Now, leave that out of the way. Okay, so now, So this is the weight. This is the pendulum that'll be swinging. So, but first, it looks like we're gonna be putting this little nut, square nut down here. I think this is to hold it as well. Back up a little bit. Okay. And then this is gonna go into here. And then there's little springs. That'll go one there. One there. Just kinda line it up a little bit. Okay. And then there's a little handle here. Screws in right to the tip of the weight, so it's not going anywhere. And this is, if you have cuckoo clocks or grandfather clocks, whatever, this is the weight to raise the weight up or down to adjust the time. If it's running fast, you adjust it down. If it's running slow, you adjust it up. So now I'm gonna put this over top. Try to anyway. Nervous about this. Okay, that in, and that in. All right, and just put that together, and there you go. There's the pendulum. So got the weight there, and then that's what you use to raise and lower it. All right. So far we've just been working on the gears and everything, so I think we're finally getting to the main pieces. I'm just trying to make sure everything lines up correctly, how it's supposed to be. And then C7. Okay. C7 goes here. And then the C7 goes here. I'm thinking these are used to prop this second part up. And then C6 goes here. Just making sure that's solid. C7 here. C6 here. That one seemed like it slipped in a little bit more than the others, but good. guess that's all right. Okay. Just making sure you get the space in between the top and the bottom. And then we're going to this. Putting, oops, C10 right here. And then top. Oh. There, and that. Yep, like that. And then to push all these down. Just gotta make sure they're all lined up. Sometimes when that happens, I'm worried about it breaking or something. Like we're making the little hand. So you got 16, 17, 9, doesn't want to go on. Oh, there we go. A little tight. And 3 D21s. Yep. There we go. Just trying to get them all the way down. There we go. D21. Tight D21 and D21. Okay. Looks like I'm just turning it to get the wax that's on the things to kind of go a little smoother. Okay. Now, $18. These little pegs in. Just making sure the arrows are where they're supposed to be. And again, if these are too tight to go in, you gotta just sand them a little bit and they'll be fine. But I mean, you don't want them too tight, but then you don't want them too loose, but then they won't hold nothing. Okay. Up. Arrows up. There we go. Okay. Now, this open. Wonder. Put some wax on this for a second. Didn't say to, but I have a feeling it may need it. Okay, so this is up. D9. Okay. And D21. Okay, and then so I put the wax on it just because I have a feeling that was going to be turning. And then there we go. And you just turn this until these can lock in. Okay. And then that looks like these go right in here somehow. Is it up and down? Okay, so if that's right there, it goes like that. If you need this to push it in, that way you don't kill your fingers. But you also got to make sure that it's straight when you're pushing it in so it doesn't break. There we go. Looks like it's almost split. Okay. Sometimes these can be a little bit of a pain. There we go. Two more to go. One more go. I think this has been the hardest part so far. Didn't think these would be so tight to go in. Okay, so now that's up. That's up. And we're both supposed to be facing the same direction. That's something I did not do. All right. Just pushing them together. Cleaning off anything. Okay. So now, what the back of this goes on. So that is facing the same direction, right? Yep. Okay. All right. There's a little mini issue, but got it fixed. So I think we'll end it there. Appreciate you watching. See you next episode.